What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening? It's Ella Pill on set with another live stream because I want you guys to ask me some questions, music production, any questions you may have. I can answer it. Hopefully I can answer it. If not, I can try to find the answer to that issue that we're having. I did this a video ago and had a great turnout, as a matter of fact. Video frozen and all. Hopefully this time everything will be looking great. You know, you guys can see me, see the stream go smoother. I did some adjustments, and so hopefully everything is cool. Again, this is Ella from ksound.com. I have many courses on the site, artofsound.university. You guys can go over and check that out. There are some free courses over there. Well, there's one free lesson that I made available. As a matter of fact, it is in, I don't know, either side of the window at the top. You hit the explanation point or the information icon, and there will be something there that will allow you to view or gain access immediately to the course and some other videos and other cool stuff I have available for you guys. So ask me anything, music production. Q, what's happening? How are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing pretty great. So anything music production you guys may have, go ahead and ask me, and hopefully we'll get something out of this. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna make a beat or I don't know. It just depends on where the questions will take me. All right. All right, so I got a question. No, I don't have a question yet. Man, y'all just coming in all at one. That's what's up. Wallace, what's up? What's up, sir? I'm great, man. Dre, what's up? What's up? DJ Big, live in the daytime. The late nights is tight too. Yeah, I kind of just go whenever I get a chance because my schedule is crazy. So right now in my town, it's about 3:30 p.m. in the daytime. The other night I was going like 2 a.m. in the morning. So it just depends. Dennis, what's up? What's up? It's been a long time since you seen me live. Hey, it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. What's the deal with the machine update? What do you mean? Like, is there another update? What's your opinion on Ableton Push 2 versus Machine? That's a good question. As a matter of fact, there's a poll that I made for you guys asking you to vote which one that you use. You use the Machine, you use the Push, you use the MPC, and I'm sure there's some other ones that I missed that I didn't put I didn't quite put in that poll, but I got the beat dang in there. So if that's something you guys use, I don't know anyone that uses that per se, but I do know that it's something that's out here, it's floating around, some people using it. So so to answer your question, Q, I think they both are dope. They both are tools that we use to help us create music. I think they both are pretty good, as I stated before. It just depends on workflow. If you are in Ableton Live, if that's your choice of DAW, then purchasing the Push makes a whole lot of sense because that is really geared towards working with Ableton Live. If you are a machine user, and you use all of Native Instrument type stuff, then it makes better sense to go ahead and grab the Machine. And they have several versions out. You got the MK1, the 2, the Machine Studio, even the Micro, which is smaller size. So it just really depends on you. I've always been a Machine user. I never had a chance to work on Live. I've seen people. I got a buddy that works. I have a couple of buddies that work in and live, and it seemed like it's dope, and they enjoy it. So I mean, it's really up to you. Then it says it's 9 p.m. here in UK. Wow, it's pretty awesome how you guys all it's a lot of you guys here from everywhere, and y'all have different time zones. That's what's up, and that's the reason why I just whenever I get a chance, I just go live. I try not worrying about who's up at that time because it's I'll wreck my brain trying to okay, let me go this time. This is when everybody up. Just I just have that type of crowd, and I definitely appreciate you guys from all over the world that follow me. Appreciate it. Um, Wallace says, how did you manage school, family, and still work on your craft? It's killing me. Um, what I did was, well, obviously, my family came first, but I explained to my family that this is something I'm doing. Going to school, so it's gonna be hard. I asked everybody to work with me. I need y'all support. You know what I mean? I have my schoolwork that I'm focusing on as well. So you know me having two children, young kids at that. You know, they had to step up. You know what I mean? They had to step up to the plate. Hey, you know, um, it's time for y'all to learn how to make sandwiches, cereal. You know what I mean? Make hot dogs, whatever. You know what I mean? You hungry? There's a fridge right there. You already know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to homework, I definitely take time and help out. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that that's done. But at the same time, my kids are at that age now where like my oldest daughter helps out her brother. You know, even these days, like they're doing stuff that I've never heard of. I'm like, what type of math are you doing? That is no math I've done ever in my lifetime. So um, it kind of works out for me. You know what I mean? And their mom, same thing. She's in school currently right now, and it's just we just kind of help each other out. We going to school. I don't I don't prohibit anybody from going to school. Everybody in my house, I encourage. Um, I'm trying to build a legacy. I encourage anybody that want to do anything, be whatever you want, do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? It's not one person go and do and follow their dreams, and the other one gotta sacrifice and take care of the family. Now everybody in it together, and that's the way that I was able to get school work. I find some downtime, like even with work, to get some things done. Um, and it's just a lot of sleepless nights. A lot of nights where I went to bed late, got like a couple hours of sleep, get up, do it all over again. And there's just those sacrifices that you got to sacrifice when you want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted it. I wanted it real bad. Graduated in full, from Full Sail in 2012. No, 2013, and I plan on going back. You know, so me and my wife will be in school at the same time, as well as the kids, obviously. But I mean, it's hard work, but it can be done. It can be done. I promise you. Like, a lot of times people think, man, I don't have no time to do that. Yeah, you can make time. If you want to do something, you want to achieve something, you want something bad enough, you will make time, definitely. So you just gotta just learn how to manage your time, a little better, and you can make it work. I know that was long winded, but I hope that helped. Let me catch up with these questions. Um, I hope that helped. Okay, I'm going back up. Okay, Pablo, what's up? What's up? Hey man, I have a question. When you bounce an instrument track with MIDI tracks, I mean multi MIDI tracks, the bounce is bounced separately. Different wave files. Okay. Can you explain the shortcut or trick? Thanks. What are you in Studio One? I assume that you're in Studio One, but a shortcut that I use, and actually it doesn't matter what DAW you're using, but you can create a shortcut inside your DAW. Like my shortcut, I use, if I'm bouncing everything out, I'll use Apple or Command E. That's what I set up. You know what I'm saying? But the command is, let me see if I can find it. If you want to bounce something in place, or bounce, or I probably need to create something right quick so I can see that. Like if you right click on something, matter of fact, let me go over here and just drag something in right quick. All right, so now that my right click is available, so if I was, no, as a matter of fact, you'll go to, and this is how you find the shortcut. You go to song. If you're in Studio One, you go to song. Let me show you what that look like. So if you're in Studio One, right, you're gonna go to song and say like I had like maybe, I don't know, 15 tracks or so, right? I got wave, then I got you say multi output. Now the multi output, it depends on what you're doing, but just to show you how to get everything out, like as far as like stem tracks, you just go to song, and then you go to export stems. Now again, for me, my shortcut is Command E. Again, like I say, you can create a shortcut, and the way you do this is you go here, you go to General Keyboard Shortcuts, and then you just type in export stems, right? And then you enter a key or whatever you want that to be, whatever the key command you select, and then you hit a sign, and then okay, and exit out of it, and then that will be your shortcut, and that just be a quicker way of getting to it. But if you got multi outputs, it's the same way. It's the same way. So I hope that answers your question, Pablo. Morton, hey, how can you make electro music? How can I make electro music? It starts by listening to the music that you like. Listen to the music that you like, and try to mimic that of what you heard. Stay in that RAM. You're gonna need some good drums. Battery 4 has some awesome drums. There's a new plugin that just came out recently that I will be doing a review on. It is called The Beast by MVP Loops. They sent me this plugin, and let me see if I can upload it right quick. He sent me this plugin. I'm testing it out right now, and trying to get familiar with it so I can do a few videos and show you guys what's going on. But this thing, it has all types of sounds, all types of drums, and samples and loops and things like that. And that is one of the keys to making anything awesome music, is just having some good libraries. You know what I'm saying? If you are working out of Studio One, once again, you can grab some nice stock stuff from, like, Studio One comes with some great stock sounds anyway. So you can start off like that. Beast is still loading up because it's a pretty big file. So, okay, so here's Beast right here. Okay, let's get it back up. Okay, obviously it don't wanna stay up. It's shy. It's shy, y'all. All right. Let me move that over. Let me. All right. So this thing right here is pretty awesome. Like I said, I'm gonna do a video on this pretty soon. But this thing has all types of things going on in here. Is like all that you need pretty much drum wise. Like if you work out an MPC, the machine or whatever, this thing right here is sick, and everything in here is assignable, so you can trigger everything. There's different kits in here available. You could just go to whichever one that you want. It also got banks in here, so you can go like 8 banks, A to H. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to have some decent drum kits first. And one of the ones I recommend is MVP loops. That's one of them. Battery 4 is another one. What's another one? If you have a machine comes with some awesome stuff. So I mean, it's just, you know, it's just according to the taste, guys. All right, so the next question is, I hope that answered your question, Morton. All right, Lyrical, what's up? What's up? Why am I finding it difficult to come up with a melody when I want to produce a beat? What am I doing wrong? The answer to that question from me is that it's all about approach. Okay, it's all about approach. And if you are a beginner, I'm not saying you're a beginner. You know, people that's been doing it for a while, if I call you a beginner, they get offended sometimes. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just kind of like generalizing my answer to the question. If you are a beginner, right, then it's not something that's gonna come overnight like that. Is something that you gotta constantly do over and over and over all the time. Like the answer I gave the other gentleman. You have to just, you have to listen to music first of all, study music, and just try to come up with stuff. The other thing is you need to have some dope sounds. So for instance, I'm gonna pull up this synth master, and it's just sounds that inspire different things. Do you come up with the drums first? Do you try to come up with the melody first, then lay the drums later? For me, it's different. Like if I hear the drums, I'll lay the drums first, then I come up with the melody. A lot of times, it's the chord progression. I'll come up and lay down a chord first, and then then I'll lay down the melody. Like the melody comes like when I'm done with the beat. Like I got the progression, I got strings, I got whatever, you know what I mean? Like synths, whatever. And I come up with the melody later because I can feel the song. I can, and then sometimes while I'm going through it, I can kind of hear the melody as I'm going through it, but won't lay it down as of yet because I don't want the melody to really follow what I'm doing. Because and it depends. If you have a specific melody that you want to follow, then you would definitely focus on the progression and everything else to follow the melody. But if you want the melody to just fall in wherever it may be, then you will create everything else first. I hope I'm not confusing you, but I'm just giving to you raw as to like how I come up with some of the stuff that I come up with. So say for instance, I got a lead sound. just depends on the beat. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like I say, different sounds. Different sounds evoke different emotions, believe it or not, and it inspires a certain direction. You know what I mean? You can obviously, this is a lead sound. You can obviously use it for any style of music as long as it fits. So, I mean, it just depends. It just really depends. What I will start doing is providing like a private session with some of you guys that may want further direction to help you. I've already begun doing that. I have a few people. One gentleman is specifically, he's a keyboard player, and he wanted like further assistance. He's working on commercial style music, and he wanted to know where to go next. He got a strong, solid idea, you know, but where do you go next? What are TV commercial looking for? So we are doing like private sessions here and there, and I'm just kind of like giving him insights as to where to go next, what he can play with, progression ideas, instrument ideas, you know, what you can introduce, you know, make your music interesting along the way and not repetitive. You know, what type of instruments make sense, you know, that type of thing. So I mean, if that's something you're interested in, I can definitely type in my email here, right here on the screen, on the fly, and you guys or whoever can take advantage of that and just, you know, and get with me. Let me know that's what you want to do, and we can set up something where I can kind of share with you. You know, we can kind of go through some things. That way, we working on your music and what you came up with. Like, hey, Kay, this is what I got. Well, how do I come up with a melody? Like, what do you hear? And I can, you know what I'm saying? We can just kind of go from there. All right. Hopefully that'll help. You know, I just don't want to just tell you things that I go through. I actually want to like give you guys access to like one-on-one sessions with me or whatever, you know, and see how that goes. All right. I hope that answered your question, Lyrical. All right, DJ Big Host, what's up, man? When making the beat in Studio One, it seems the sync is off. Let me get that back. I lost it. Seems the sync is off. What's the perfect setting for that? Right now, that's the issue that I'm currently also experiencing, but something that I found that gets me through my my project. First, you can start off by decreasing your buffer size, right? So just to show you guys that right quick. So what you're going to do is go to your preference area and audio setup, right? And then, wait, is this the right area? Let me make sure. Okay, not processing, but audio devices. Okay, so okay. So then down here where it says device block size, and again, this could be for anybody working out of any DAW. For any other DAW, it may be buffer size, which was a term I was used to when I was in Logic Pro. But in Studio One, it's called device block size, and you might want to start off using 256 samples. Now, the thing with this is, you're using less resources, which makes your MIDI faster. But when you start building your track, you're gonna need more power. So you're gonna probably find yourself increasing to about like 512, then eventually 1024, and however higher up your computer system will allow. That just really depends. Everybody's system is different. Um, I say if you working on music and you working from a computer where you keep all of your files on your internal hard drive, you probably want to refrain from that if possible. Um, that 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 will definitely slow down your your workflow. If you got videos on your computer, you got all of the files that you're working from, in your music inside of your computer, that also plays a part as well. But start out with 56, 256, which is the device block size. That may work. Um, that's something that a lot of people have been dealing with. Like me, I get higher up in tracks. Like I'm hitting like 98, 100, 102. You know what I'm saying? That 256 is not working for me. I need full power. So I'm at like 224 and probably higher than that, right? And so what do you do? Like, okay, so if that's your problem, please know that that's an issue that I'm currently dealing with myself. So I don't really know an answer. Maybe that's something that's coming up in the next update when Personas release it. So look for that, and I'll definitely keep you posted once I if they fix that problem. But it's not only you. So all right, Commander Rob, what's happening? Who were you? Who were your biggest musical influence for writing your own music? Um, when I was growing up, it was Timbaland, it was Missy Elliott, that gang, P Diddy, the rap scene, the R&B scene, and then when I got older, um, I don't know. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people I admire. One of them is God. I can't think of his name. Um, Leslie Ryan. Ryan Leslie is uh one of the people I look up to. Another one is um can't think of his name. But the funny thing is, there's a lot of music I listen to, right? And you don't know who the producers are. So I listen to a lot of like dance style music, EDM style, um, and like whoever produced that stuff, I'm a fan of. You know, um, there's a lot of UK producers I follow as well. Can't think of all of their names, but yeah, um, that wasn't a big help, but yeah, that's it's kind of kind of where it is for me. Um, okay, trying to make sure I don't repeat any questions. Edward Hall, what's up? What's up? How can you tune your 808s in Studio One so that you can stay in key when making a track? That's a good question. That actually depends on what instrument you're using. For instance, Battery 4 allows you to do that within the application itself. If you're using Sample One, then I actually did a video on that, and basically what you do is let me see if I can find something. I have to find a kick or something, kind of show you. Okay. Mm, I'm gonna just work with it, see what we can come up with. Let me just find a kick right quick, something that works. Seem like none of these kicks want to work. Uh, could never go wrong with the MVP. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. All right, let's just work with that one. I hope you guys can hear that. All right, so like it's very short, right? So okay. So what we're gonna do here is right click on this and then go to say send to sample one. And basically now at this point I have the option to hit every note, but it's not going to play unless I have my octaves, my octave range. So I gotta tell this, say 24. And only I only do that if I want to like control the pitch value, like automate the pitch. I hope you can hear the difference. So yeah, that's kind of what you do, and it's being controlled in sample one. But like I say, if you wanted to automate something where you want the bass to follow the tune, then you can play them out as if it was an instrument that did that by default. But if you wanted to do something like, say, like a pitch glide, like I do sometimes, like if you're trying to pitch glide the bass where it just kind of like slides into the note or out of the note or whatever, then you can do that as well. You just have to go to automation mode and you definitely gotta have something there, and then you can um, double click on his here and then go to pitch bend, and then you can like put a no on the bottom actually. Then you can put a double click. Well, you got to hit your command tool to activate the nose, and then you can do stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's not long enough to show you exactly what's going on, but you definitely want to make sure that this range is on so that you have a bigger range to play with. Other than that, I think by default I forgot what it was, 2, I think. Or if you just need 12, which is octave, is only giving you an octave to play with, octave 12 decibels up or 12 notes up and 12 or 12 down. However, I usually just go to 24. The highest you can go is 24, and to give you however you need, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm able to get. Like I say, it also depends on what instrument you're using because the instrument you may have is probably offering you that, already. So I hope that was helpful. All right, Wallace says full sale working me. I love it, but my kids are young and I'm a assistant teacher. Yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of the life. That's just kind of the life. It can be done. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It can be done. I just imagine how much stuff I do or is responsible for. I think at that time when I was going to school, mom. I mean, not a mom. Um, I'm a father that's married to their mom. That was what I was trying to say. A father, husband, um, working a job, going to school. I was we was working on several projects in my own studio, working with local artists. There were project deadlines, as well as music. I was at that time I was getting into the music library where I would submit music, and then even then it was like deadlines. You know what I'm saying? I was also like I was the sound engineer at a church I was going to, so that was another job. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I had mixed jobs from other clients coming in. Then I had to produce music for other people. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot going on with me, and I made it work. It was a lot. It was stressful, but I made it work. You know what I'm saying? You just have to just think about what you want to do and just try to even things out. If you need to write things down on a schedule to help you and remind you about things, you got an iPhone or Android, don't matter. Put some things in your calendar, some to do in your list. Get you something that alerts you, and you can make it happen. I mean, there's really no excuse. Because think about it like this: if you allow the regular things, okay, you teaching, and then you fathering your kids, and I don't know if you married or not, but if that's just all that you do, I mean that could be stressful, all at one, but that's just gonna be all that you do, and that's it, and you're just gonna make that amount of money, and then that's life for you. But you trying to do something and make a mark and increase your income, and you gotta do something extra, and you gotta motivate yourself or find motivation from somewhere else, and you just gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep it moving. Don't let your busy schedule just doing regular stuff be an excuse as to why you can't pursue your career. And that's all I'm gonna say. Thanks. No problem. No problem. Pablo, thanks, man. No problem. Man, y'all just coming out like okay, I'm losing my spot. Pablo, greetings from Spain. What's up, Spain? Spain is in the house. Frenchu. I butchered your name, I'm sure. Hey, Ella, could you give some feedback? Yeah, feedback on what? What do you need feedback on? Wallace says impact tutorial. Impact. Impact is very basic. I never thought about like doing a tutorial on impact because impact is just you got way more drum machines or drum applications or drum instruments that does way more. Impact is very basic. But if you want a tutorial on impact, I can do a tutorial on impact. I mean, impact is pretty cool to do some very simple, basic things. And I think I shared that before in one of my videos, but I'm not sure if I made a dedicated tutorial. Adele, I'm looking to buy This is coming from Adele. I'm looking to buy some studio monitor speakers. What are some good ones you recommend buying? Um, well, it just depends. It depends on what you're going for. Are you going for some speakers that provide flat response, or are you looking for some um, that's gonna give you that big boomy sound? Like you need that bass, and me, I prefer working from flat monitors because it gives me that true sound. So if I have speakers that's providing a lot of bass, basically colored speakers, if my speakers are colored, then I'm going to make adjustments according to my speakers to make it sound good to me in those speakers. But once I transfer that work onto my cell phone, my iPhone, or the car, it's going to sound totally different, or somebody else's car, or in somebody else's system, or on the TV. You know what I'm saying? The TV speakers, my laptop speakers. You definitely want something that is close to um, clarity as possible. You want something definitely clear. That's gonna translate the correct response. I have these are the Personas E5s. Yeah, these are the Personas speakers I have. This is I think the subwoofer here is about um fours or fives. I don't remember. This is the tweeter here. And you can tune this speaker. There's like a knob on the back where you can like adjust whatever, and then you can adjust according to how far away from the wall you are, or if you like you're in the corner, or back of a wall, or in the middle of a space. This is what I use. Personas, in my opinion, has a great line of speakers. The next speakers that I plan on purchasing is their Scepters. I was also thinking about going ahead and getting their MTMs, their mid-range speakers for stereo. Great for like movie scoring type stuff. Like I just wanted a set of those to listen to my project out of. JBLs are pretty good. I can't remember the model, but JBL got some decent ones that people are saying that they like or whatever. I prefer Personas over JBL. Obviously, they work great for me. They do not provide a lot of low end. So if you're looking for low end, so you could actually purchase these and then get a sub. Personas also have a subwoofer. Also, you can buy, and these are definitely budget effective. These does not cost a lot at all. There are some other ones, KRKs. You will see a lot of producers have those. Again, I just prefer not going with those. I also have some Mackie. What are they? Mackie HR 824s, I believe is what it are. And I have two sets of Mackies. In the HR 624s, which are pretty good. I don't have them set up now because I'm in a small setup right now, and my earliest studio like a couple of years ago, I had like 3 sets set up, so I can hear what everything sound like out of different speakers, and another one you can go get is a mono speaker, test your work out of laptop speakers. I think that's the best way to go, but as far as testing, what I'm saying? After you get done, you're working. I have headphones on right now currently. I use these. I trust these. These are the AKG K702s. These were designed for mastering. I believe they're designed for mixing as well. These have a wide staging. These are pretty good. These are open back, fully open back. So if you are in a area where you need your headphones to be closed backs, not bleeding out a lot of sound, then you might want to stick to something with closed backs. And I'll say the best closebacks, in my opinion, will probably be something by uh, I can't think of their name. It's right there. It's pretty much some headphones with the gray. Uh, it's like a silk. Dang, I can't remember nothing right now. I don't know what's going on. Um, some of you guys watching, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's my suggestion. There are some Yamahas you see with the white subwoofer. Those are pretty decent as well. I don't remember the model number to those. Um, yeah. Anyway, Josh, you retracted your message. I don't know if I took too long to get to it. Sunnyville, what's happening? What's up? I'm trying to set up this Novation keyboard and it's not cooperating in Studio One. Novation, you have to download. You have to download the driver. That's probably what it is. So try visiting their site. Download the driver, the latest driver, according to your system. And personas usually have something in there where you can set up something, but that don't always work either. Like I know for Impact Nectar, this piano I have right here, I had to download the driver specifically, and then it started working. You know, so I mean, that's one of those things. Rob, what's happening? This explanation K Sound is saying about covertly means get a Mac, drop that Windows, hit garbage. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I prefer using Mac computers. That's just my preference. Mac has never steered me wrong. I've been working out of Mac computers for some years, very long time. When I was doing anything in Windows, it always crashed. There was a lot of issues, security issues, and just a lot of things that just did not make sense to me. And ever since I went Mac, I never went back. You know what I'm saying? So, take you guys take that however you however you want to take it. All right, Josh. Uh, Please can you advise on your go-to plugins for Vox, mix or vocal chain, and also mastering? Thank you. That's a good question. That is actually up to you. Again, I would stress that. Well, okay. Before I say that, it depends on what you're doing. That's how I wanted to start that response. It depends on what you're doing. Are you, because every vocalist, first of all, is a different vocal, and like each person you will attack differently. So I really couldn't share with you like my settings per se, if like a preset or something, because it really depends. So if you got a rock singer, you know, which is gonna probably be more so screaming, like if it's a very energetic like rock, or if you got uh, a pop singer, or if you got an EDM singer or R&B hip hop rapper, it depends. But some of the plugins that I use faithfully, at any given time, some plugins that I kind of see myself always using when it comes to vocals. One of them being a 2A. It's a 2A, and several companies make them. Waves make them. In the recent update from Studio One, they have it available in there. Also, Native Instruments make 2A, the 2A, but most importantly, Universal, not Universal, but uh, UA, is it Universal? Universal Audio, yeah, Universal Audio makes them, which is who was originated from. It's crazy, but again, if you have budget issues, then you probably won't go with the UA stuff, UAD. You might find yourself, if you already have Studio One, you have it available in there. If you have Native Instrument stuff, you have it available. It just comes, within, your setup. Comes in your effects area. Um, but if you got the budget, go ahead and get the originators. Another one is 1176. I really don't use 1176 that often on vocals. I tend to use that on like guitars and um, bass. What else? What I use that on? Like, I don't know. It just depends on if what I'm looking for. Um, Another one is oh, I forgot to mention Stephen Slate. Stephen Slate has a great uh library, full of stuff. You can find two-way in that setup. Um, and then they have this thing called Revival. I think that's what it is. Gives that vocal that air, that shine, that sheen on top. You can probably go like far as reverbs. Um, I would use it again. It depends because I find myself using delays in the place of reverbs. Like the replica, I'll use a replica because the replica is doing some awesome stuff. And then um what is it? The RC24 and the RC48, which is made by Native Instruments. I will use those. Studio One has also one. I have like two or three of them in here by default. What else would I use on the vocal? Another one is by Isotope. Isotope makes this plugin called the Nectar, which gives you some really decent presets. Um, there is another one that they make. It's just so many of them. You know what I mean? Um, and it just really depends. I have a course available where I mix vocals, which is on the Art of Sound website. The link is at the top. Either side, I'm not really sure, but there's a course on that site. It says free lessons. You guys sign up for the free lessons there, but also on that same site, you can do a browse on that site, and it has a vocal mixing course on there. And in there, there's a guy by the name of Jerome Matthews that I mixed his session using. I forgot what I use because again, every voice is different. So that is actually a course that I made mixing vocals. So I hope that helps. But I really couldn't answer that question. But I mentioned some things that I will use, and I obviously will use some stock stuff from uh Studio One. Absolutely. Y'all let me know how y'all dig that stinger. Something I put together, something that I'm gonna start using on my videos or whatever. Let me know if you guys hear the audio and all that good stuff. All right. Dennis says, what was your favorite TV commercial that you've done? That's a good question. TV commercial. Hmm. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I'd say the one I like still to this day, the one out of all of them would be something I did with ESPN that I thought was the best to me. Or are you asking about the music? Like, what is the best music on whatever given commercial do I feel like is the best? I don't know. I kind of don't want to put that out there. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can answer that in the future. But right now, I really don't know. DJ, thanks. Keep up the good work. Nice to have help on YouTube. Absolutely. Absolutely. Django Beats. Hey man, what's up? Could you make a tutorial about making a aggressive or orchestral banger rap beat? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Um, yeah, I could do that. I did something similar to that. I got to get to going. I got a lot of questions here to catch up on. Keep yourself. All right, I will keep myself. What's up? Keep yourself. Question: do you know of a website that tells you how to go from start to finish for a song from lyric, beat, copyright, and getting out? Actually, I would take that as a suggestion for something to create in the near future. I don't know a site that shows you that, but if you visit my site, um, again, go up to the top of this video and click on where it says something about free lesson. On that site, I have some stuff in there, kind of breaking down some ideas as to how to create beat. I don't have anything in there talking about lyrics, but that's a good idea. I can probably link up with somebody who I think is pretty dope in writing lyrics, and I can probably come up with the course for you, showing you how to come up with lyrics going from, like, it could be like a series or something like that. That's a good idea. I appreciate that. Um, then going into copyrights, okay. Yeah, definitely. That's some information that I have, just haven't put it in the course material yet. But that's good stuff. You know, there's a course on there currently on the Art of Sound University, which is the website. Um, there's a course on there called How to Make a Song, something like that. But just for those of you that right now, I'm just gonna share you guys the site now as we speak, so you can just click on it. Art of Sound University is the name of the website that I have, and you can find some things that may help you on that site. So yeah, Edward Hall, what's up? What's up? Thanks a lot, bro. Keep doing your thing. Appreciate it. Mark Lamar, what's happening? Hey, how's it going? I'm doing great, man. I just resent you the beat from the other night. You were going to review my mix. There is a review coming for you, sir. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I heard it, and after this stream, um, I will tip to put a video together for you. All right. I hope that works. It's in your inbox. Cool. Yeah, I got the email. Definitely. Rob says, "Yo, this scepters are dope." I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, that's my next one. My next purchase. Lee, hi y'all. Where is a good source to go to learn the Nectar Impact LX61 Plus controller? Just go to the Nectar website. I think is I don't know the exact. I would say nectar.com, but I don't know. I don't remember. Just type in everything you just type right here, and whatever looks like is their website, like Nectar, blah blah. It might be nectarkeyboards.com. I'm not sure. You go there, and that's if you're looking for the driver. I'm not sure if you're looking for the driver, but you can also just browse around. Like if you're just trying to learn more about it, you can just go to YouTube and just type that in, and there's a lot of people that did reviews on these keyboards. I have the 49 key, and it works great. It's pretty dope. It's got for a 49 key, it's got 8 pads on there, and it's got about 9 faders, and it looks like it has 8 knobs on here, and it's got your control function that works great with Studio One, by the way. And you can program this thing to do some other things. You got your modeler wheel here and your pitch bend here, and then you got your transpose up and down, and you also got your octave, up and down. So yeah, I think it's pretty simple, basic, but it works. Yeah. Yamaha HS7 or HS8. Yep, that's exactly what I was saying when I mentioned the Yamaha. Depends on your room size. Hit eBay for a great price, says Lamar. That's good stuff. That's good advice. Josh said, I own the same headphones as yours. They're great. I'm telling you, they awesome. They are definitely worth the money. You can hear everything. So I trust these. But I still go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I never just have these on the whole time and just export it out and, and expect somebody to, I definitely use my speakers. I'm always checking my mix on my phone because why? Most people use their phone to listen to music. So, it's just smart. Adele says, thanks for the recommendations. Absolutely. Josh says, respect. I lost it again. Respect to you for what you're doing for the community. Cheers, bro. Not a problem whatsoever. It's a pleasure. I enjoy doing this. Adele, I got a plug that sell me. Okay, you got a plug that you're selling, or might just go ahead and buy 2 of those. Or you got it. There's a plug that is on sale, or someone's gonna sell you. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're saying. 215 each. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, Adele. After working in Logic, in Mac, and Live in Windows, Mac is just a lot more seamless, less troubleshooting. Yeah. Yeah. My question is, why are you working in Windows and Mac? I'm gonna leave that alone. People, yeah, hit the like. I appreciate that, Dennis. Everybody, hit the like. I appreciate that. Rovu Bennett, Ruvi. Hope I said that right. Any suggestions for compressing audio track, workflow, or something like that? Yeah. When you compress an audio track, you definitely you want to make sure you understand how compression works. I have a video that talks about that. I have a video on my channel, but just some brief things about it. You when you are compressing anything, you want to. The goal is to compress your audio, to give it that glue sound, like just kind of like you containing everything in this one area. Anything that's soft will definitely increase in volume, and then anything that's like above hitting certain threshold point will definitely kind of sound squash. So you don't want to squash your music, but it just depends on, like, I put compression on kicks, compression on snares, compression on vocals, anything that kind of like that you can hear, or you know what I'm saying, that kind of goes in the peak world, where it begins to compression is used to kind of keep a contain, kind of contain your peaks, your transients. That's the whole goal behind it. But you will need to look at my video. It's inside of the Studio One. I have a Studio One playlist on YouTube. So if you guys can find that and watch that right quick, that will I kind of, as a matter of fact, I did a comparison with the new 1176 model, or the two-way model that Studio One has. So you know, you could probably use that as an idea as to how compression works as well. But if you want more, like, if definitely reach out to me. My email is somewhere up there. I can give you more of in depth as to how that work. If my email is lost, I can give it out again. And any other questions or concerns that any of you guys may have, you could definitely let me know. And I'm just trying to, like, I'm offering my, my help, like, personally, to anybody who needs it. I don't want to just be a YouTube sensation. I want to actually help you guys. So yeah, let me know. Charles, hi. Thanks for the videos. Lost my space again. Thanks for the videos. Want to know what guitar VST you use for gospel tracks and what plugin you use. I don't really create gospel. I let the gospel players do that. Like, for live stuff, I don't get into any of that. But when I need to use a guitar for anything that I do, I use ample guitar. It looks like this. I'm gonna put it on the track so you guys can see it. Okay, loading samples fail. All right, I gotta get to that later. I haven't used it in a while, but this is what I use. This ample guitar. So probably won't play. But this thing is a beast. I love it. I love the way it sounds. It also has a strum section. So anything that I've done, like, I don't know if I have something in my computer in my let me see if I can find something and kind of give you, like, an idea as to what the guitar sound like, what it can sound like. Also, another one, Native Instrument did one called the Strummer. I think that's what it's called. I don't remember. But those are the, like, kind of like the only two that I kind of, would work with. I have files all over the place, but let me find that for you guys. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna answer another question. Lee said I did. Okay, cool. What kind of headphones are those that you're wearing? And I'm reading this comment later. I answered that already, but these are the AKG K702s that I have. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna start leaving the links to some of the stuff. I probably will. If you guys looking for a way to, like, get to the stuff really quick. Let me see. Looking for a track with guitar. I spelled that wrong. Let's see. Okay, let me change my change the output source right quick. This is coming out of the wrong one. Let's see. Okay. It won't play out of the source that I wanted to play out of because I haven't set up to do that. Let me try one more thing. Just make sure. Just to make sure. Okay, that's not it. That's definitely not it. Um, yeah, I have to go through some things to show you a sample. Again, use that email and we can kind of like go back and forth, chop it up like that. Josh, thanks for verifying that the headphones that I use. Appreciate that. Keep yourself. Thanks for the website. Yeah, absolutely. Django, sorry for this promotion, but could you tell me just quickly, is that a good aggressive banger beat I've made? Um, yeah, you will have to email it to me. You have to email it to me. I'm not willing to play your beat right now on my stream, so can't do that. Sorry. Ruvi. Yeah. Django, just email me. That's kind of how it works here. Just email me what what you think. Email me your link or whatever. Ruby, wow, awesome. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate your explanation here. No, not a problem. Not a problem. Banner Walkins. Hey, how's it going? How do you train your ears to be able to identify the sound you're thinking in your head and actually create the sound afterwards? That's a wow. That's a great question. That's a great question. Let's read that again. How do you train your ears to be able to identify the sound you're thinking in your head and actually create the sound afterwards? It comes from just doing it for so long, so many years. Like you can hear stuff, even to the point where when I listen to music, I can identify the sounds that they're using in while I'm listening to it. Yeah, they're using the synth. I'm not able to point out what they're using exactly because a lot of times they are, tweaking sounds. They may start off with a sound that I have currently in my possession, but no producers is going to put out the default sound. They always going to be in there tweaking stuff to make it sound like them, sound like their own, make it fit what they're doing. And I do that a lot as well. Like I'll start out with something. I have a good idea as to what I'm looking for, and when I come to something that's close to what I'm looking for, I tweak it to what is exactly how I want it to sound. And it just comes from just doing it. Like so many years, and it doesn't take years to get to that. It's just that's just my answer to to your question. It just years. You just know, like you come up with something, you just know what you're looking for. You know, the other thing that's helpful is that you know what what you want to put in your song. Like, yeah, you definitely want a piano because you want that ballad sound or you want that aggressive sound. It just really depends on how you attack, what you're doing. You looking for drums, you know what you're looking for. You want 808s, or you looking for acoustic sound. You want it to sound more realistic, or you want it to sound like a band or something like that. You know what I mean? This is just, it just comes from just doing it all the time, and then you can kind of, it's just like anything that you guys know. Like when you learn how to talk and how to write and how to read, it comes off as second nature. Like it's like that, right? So, but you've done that for many years. But I'm gonna tell you something. When you were born, you didn't know how to do that. You had no clue. Somebody had to teach it to you, and then it took repetitive. So you was repetitive with it, and after a while, it came second nature, right? So that's the same way it works with music. It's just you just a lot of times you're gonna get into music, and then you're just gonna make mistakes, and you're gonna just continue making mistakes, and then you're gonna get it right, and then you're gonna explore something new, and then you're gonna make mistakes, and then just you know after a while you get it, and even now to this day I still make mistakes, but I know how to get something to sound right, even if it doesn't sound that great from the beginning. So I hope that answered your question. 12 key. What do you do to control your sub bass where you may play an octave in the low end and certain frequencies like in the low mid pokes out? I've tried to EQ it out, but it seems to still poke out to me. Um, I set my sub. I set my sub woofer not to. I don't set it loud at all. That's the first key. It's enough to give you a presence that is there. That sub is there, and I use my headphones definitely so I can hear closer. And this is the reason why. Another reason why I prefer open back headphones, because you can hear a lot better. Like, I don't know, you can hear that stuff. You can hear it in closed backs, don't get me wrong, but there's certain things I look for that I know I can't get in closed back, earphones or whatever, headphones. And obviously these won't produce enough low end, and that's the reason why you would want a subwoofer. But what I try to do is, again, you want to pay attention, or like, unless it's for movie stuff where people are in the theater where they have subs all the time, but you got to think about your music. Where will it be played most of the times? That's the $1 million question. Where are your consumers listening to it most of the time? If you're making music for people, like music that you will eventually upload to iTunes and things like that, most of the times they're going to listen to your music through some earbuds, through their phone, or through their laptop speakers, or a lot of times on TVs that sound like your laptop speakers projected onto your TVs. I mean, TVs have a decent sound, but everybody don't have a sound bar where it comes with a sub, and you know what I'm saying. So, but for those that do, they will definitely hear. But for low frequency, it just depends on what you're trying to get out. At a certain point, I cut out like let me see. At a certain point, you kind of want to, and I say again, it just depends on what you're doing. If you're doing stuff for movies, then you know. But like, just for starters, I would automatically start cutting out probably like maybe 25-ish hertz or so, give or take. And again, it really depends on what you're doing. Like, that's where I start cutting, around maybe 25, maybe 50 hertz, and it just really depends, and it like, as far as like instrument wise, you know, it also depends. Like if I'm on like guitars, I probably cut out like I'll start at like maybe 100 hertz, maybe 200 hertz. You know, and it just really depends on how much body I'm getting. It's just one of those things. But you know, I definitely use that to cut out like if I'm doing organs, definitely cutting out stuff like that. Like you want to cut out frequencies that you don't need, because that's probably another issue. That you have other instruments that's providing you have a lot of low end on other you know, given to you in other instruments. So you want to start there as well. Like what your problem might be is cutting out low end in other instruments. You probably spend a lot of time in the bass line or the kick, but you probably have that problem coming out of the vocal. You know what I mean? Cut that out of the vocal. Cut enough of the low end out of the vocal, and that might clean up your bottom end. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. But it just depends. Like I need to hear what you're doing in order for me to answer the question properly. Then I can tell you like how to clean it up. But usually, I mean, that's just a generic answer, I would say. But what you would do, like my advice to you will be to like go in and start increasing the frequency wherever it may live. Just increase it first to see if that's what it is. You increase it. You know, and again, I'm not sure where it is, and then you begin to bring it out and cut it out. So you got to increase that frequency, and you know, sweep the frequency, and see where it is, see where it lives. You know, where if it's a ring, you know, try to find where the ring is more prevalent at. Oh, it's right there. Let me bring that down. And you bring it down and, you know, you start to hear a difference. Sometimes you can bring it all the way out. Sometimes you have to bring it just a little bit just so it won't be heard or, you know, bother. You know, if you bring it all the way out, then you start affecting the frequencies around it, and it is going to start to sound, you know, a little weird or whatever. So, you know, you just kind of like go in a little bit and decrease it, you know. And that's usually how I find frequencies, you know, snare or whatever. I find, you know, problem frequencies somewhere and just, you know, kind of, oh, there's the ring. You know what I'm saying? And it depends. Then I'll just gently bring it out some, you know. That's how you would do that. I hope that helped. Dennis, ample sound. Also have a bass guitar, which is free. That's what's up. That's what's up. Ample sound has a lot of great stuff on their site. 9 times out of 10, you can go on their site and just like listen to the demos to every instrument, every guitar. They got lead guitars, they got acoustic guitars, they got the ones with the nylon tip or the one with the finger sound. I got the one with that finger sound because I just love the way it sounds. You can go over there and get a bass guitar, and they got several kinds of them. You know what I mean? Different models or whatever, and just kind of listen to what you like, and then, you know, just make your purchase. However, again, if you got Native Instruments, you kind of got some stuff already. You just have to have the ultimate version, though. That's the only thing with that. Better says, thank you for answering. No problem. 12 keys. How do you base your decision on cut, say, between the bass, the sub bass, and 808s? That's a good question. I did the video on that as well. Basically, what you want to do is you want to decide which one is going to carry the song. If it's going to be the sub kick, the 808, let the 808 carry the song. If it's going to be the bass line, let the bass line carry the song. So whichever one you want to carry the song, you're going to cut the other one by some frequencies, right? So if it's the kick, the 808 that's going to carry the song, which I would imagine, and then it really depends on what's going on in the song. and you may even flip them around. Like say like the chorus, the bass is carrying the song, and then the verse is, you know, the 808 is carrying. But you have to automate that. You have to do something different, obviously. But they both can't fight. That's like a bass war, and it's going to be very muddy. So if the 808 kicks is what you want to be most prevalent, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll put a distortion effect on my 808s to bring it out, the harmonics on it. You know what I mean? So that people that are listening through it on their laptops and, you know, phone speakers, they can hear what's going on. I can't think of. Let me see. I was working on a song that had that. I wish I was more prepared though. Like, cause if I know you guys want to ask those type of questions, I would have had a session available for everything I need to explain. But I'll put like a distortion effect on the 808 just to bring it out, and I'll put like a transient master to make it hit a little harder, like, and put the punch settings on it just to make it punch a little bit more. No, better yet, I will have another kick, a punch kick, a kick that's not bass heavy at all, was more high, like a little beater punch sound, just to make the 808 punch through. And then my bass line, I'll cut some of them frequencies out so it's not fighting. And then that's how I'll do that if the 808 was carrying. But vice versa, I'll like cut some low end from the 808, and if I want my bass line to carry, you know what I'm saying, I may put 1176 compress on it just to give it that smooth, you know, like it's just, you know, so that my bass is doing what it need to do, and it's like, you know, it depends though, but that's what I would usually do. So you just have to make a decision as to what will carry. And I hope that answers your question. And that is all the questions for this segment. I've been on here for a long time, guys. I appreciate you guys for hanging around and all of the questions. This is all the questions that we answered today. I took longer than usual. Maybe maybe not. But I tried answering everybody's question. I'm sure I missed somebody just kind of scrolling around or whatever. But yeah. Appreciate you guys. Again, this is Kevin Ellup from ksound.com. I'm getting ready to sign off. And remember, music is art. You're the artist. Paint your picture. All right. Again, remember to visit the website artofsound.university. Pick up your free lessons. And yeah, look forward to, you know, speaking with you guys in the near future. All right, I am out.